In other words, you've been relaxing while watching every single generation of the Queen's bloodline suffer. Please stop me if I'm wrong.
Sorry, did you think I was going to help her for nothing in return? I'm not really the charitable type. Anyway, the current queen's name is Toa, right? She seems like a nice enough girl. And it looks like the curse poison has taken to her perfectly. At this rate, my host body should be complete rather soon. Probably Toa's heir. At most, the one after that.
So you made a formal contract. I must say it didn't seem that way to me. I believe you recently had your minion create a problem to force the Queen to use the tiara, and I highly doubt I'm mistaken.
No se tú 人間たちが容赦なく。
人間たち。ベニマルはただ一言、ついてきてくださいと言うと、
シオン、襲撃者が狙った子供をかばったよ。
ああ、俺が間違っていたのか。
国計算不能、理解不能、回答不能。
許しを与える必要はなさそうだな。お前らには餌になってもらう。メギド！
Ever since I was a kid, I've been a kid. If I was you, I would cut out my wrist. I'm so tired. 我らの新たなる呼び名をつける権利、それを君に進呈する。これは大変名誉なことだから。
8人の星。8号星ってオクタグラムだっけ？発生魔王オクタグラム。
べき感謝しますよ。今日はよろしく頼むぞ。
Daisy Dukes bikinis on top.
That's right. I recognize him. He's Noir, one of the 7 Primordial Demons. But what's even more terrifying is that somehow someone got such a powerful being to serve them.
Shion, do not overdo it.
A demon lord possessing a hidden power that surpasses even the bounds of imagination. It was in that moment I realized the kingdom of Feldway had awakened a sleeping beast in Tempest.
The only ones who fit that description are Veldora and the 2 awakened demon lords, the Lord of Darkness, Guy Crimson, and the Destroyer, Milim Nova. I see. Then it seems likely Rimuru is now a true demon lord.
It certainly sounds that way. And if there's any truth to the stories about the other 2 great demon lords, he probably used the souls from the soldiers he killed to do it. What should we do? If we just ignore him, he could grow into an unstoppable threat one day.
Enough about that. You asked what my reply would be. Both the acquisition of Yoshida and the conditions set for the road serve as undeniable proof. Demon Lord Rimuru is very familiar with human society. I no longer harbor any doubts he is in fact an otherworlder. And now that he's obtained the power to use his knowledge and experiences to the fullest, even without his title, Rimuru is a force to be reckoned with. The disciples of the hero Shizu Aizawa, Grandmaster Yuki Kagurazuka, and the saint Hinato Sakaguchi are known for their strength, but ultimately might not hold a candle to Demon Lord Rimuru.
So, does that mean...
Refusal is not an option.
100階層を制覇した者にはこの俺に挑戦する権利を授けてやろう。いじってないだろ。てめえの
Isn't it scary, though? To have so many people who are precious to you? If it were me, if even one of those bombs were lost, I don't know, I'd be scared. The most precious things are always far too small not to lose, and far too fragile not to break. You will regret it. You'll regret building all of this. And when that time comes, you won't be yourself anymore.
Chloe had the ability to go back in time, a gift and a curse intertwined, a power born of desperation and regret. Each time she used it, she hurled herself back 2,000 years, hoping that maybe this time she'd change what was destined. Rimuru in the real story dies countless times, but is always saved by the heroine Chloe, who alters the timelines to always save her beloved.
大丈夫でしょ。
これで間違いないな。クレイマンの言っていたあの方というのは勇気だろうな。そして次の戦いが始まる。
貴殿はそこの悪魔をどう処するつもりだ。その危険極まりない現象。現象？
One day, her father, a dragon, made a double of himself in the form of a baby, so the girl would have a friend. But then, in an effort to gain control over the dragon princess, the king killed her beloved pet. The girl went mad with pain, grief, and rage. With the power she had inherited from her father, she destroyed the king along with his entire nation, including tens of thousands of people. Then the girl transformed into a demon lord, and when she did, the baby dragon miraculously came back to life. But since the creature had lost its soul when it died, it came back as an evil monster with no will of its own, and destroyed everything in its path. It was known as the Chaos Dragon. Though it pained her greatly, the girl sealed away her once beloved companion. This was the very first task she accomplished upon becoming a demon lord.
Strength like this before. It can't be. Are you the one from the legends? The Primordial?
Oh my, you are well learned. That must mean I'm dealing with someone quite clever.
The ruler has no idea. He has no clue that he's released such a horrific monstrosity upon this world!
new Demon Lord has appeared? And his name is Rimuru Tempest.
Oh my!
I see. Well, given his strength, I suppose that shouldn't surprise me.
And here I was hoping I might marry him someday. So much for that.
I'll send him my congratulations.
It was as good a moment as any, as well as a small test. I made an attack towards Feldway. A single strike from that sword had pierced the heavens and split the seas. Literally, the deadly shockwave bore no resemblance to the swing of a sword, and it severed Feldway's wings in the middle of his evasion.
We have come to the most legendary character ever. His real body in imaginary space, which is continuously observing turn and evolving constantly. Rimuru main body is such a powerful character. Where he resides seems like a dream to him. Even the unimaginable realm's absoluteness, holiness, and gods that transcend the spheres are nothing compared to him.
Why everyone's saying those things. I don't want to fight Demon Lord Rimuru. Hinata couldn't beat him. What chance do I have?
That's true. Their duel ended a draw, but some find it more convenient to say she lost. Of course, it's impressive enough to fight the Saint to a standstill. That Demon Lord's the real deal.
Masayuki, known at the time as just Rudra, was born millennia ago as a prince of the kingdom of Nazca, with the ambition to unite the entire world. At some point, he was taken under the tutelage of Veldora, who trained him to be a chosen hero that could rival Guy Crimson. Over the course of the many years of his training, he obtained both the unique skill Chosen One and the ultimate skill Uriel. Before his first confrontation with Guy, Veldora approached him and proposed that they trade ultimate skills, his Uriel for Veldora's Michael. Rudra accepted the offer and received Michael, a skill better suited for his dream of unifying the world. Yet, in a sad turn of fate, Michael would become his demise, ultimately leading to the tragic end of his life.
The Great Tenma War. The 500-year cycle of this great war begins with the invasion of the angels. Their targets are developed cities. The reason is unknown, but because the condition under which they are targeted is clear.
So れにあまり派手にしすぎると天使の攻撃を受けるわよ。天使か。こちらに手を出すというなら迎え撃つまでだ。
Impossible. Time compression. No. Could it be? Infinity!
決して絶望するこれ以上ないほどの希望に包まれている我々には全て絶望に沈むために
At that moment, the tent blew away. Calgurio and the others were able to the scene outside. There was a pile of dead bodies. All the soldiers were dead as if they were sleeping. Yes, as if only their souls had been taken out. No, Calgurio realized, that was exactly what had happened.
Was a good dream. It's just...
You aren't ready to wake up. Whatever your dream may be, one believes that you shall achieve it. Of course, whenever the perils you face overwhelm you,